Do you love getting value? Well, today we're playing a Simic deck built around several value loops and hoping to copy and ramp our way to victory. Hi, it's McFluffy52 here. Today we're playing a deck I'm calling Simic Copy Ramp because we're looking to make use of For the Common Good and Doppelgang to copy up tokens of Ancient Cornucopia or Overlord of the Hauntwoods with For the Common Good, or just copy up a bunch of things with Doppelgang. Now, the value loops that I'm talking about, one of them you should be very familiar with if you played Standard recently, which is Stormchaser's talent, plus This Town Ain't Big Enough, and then maybe sprinkle in a little Beanstalk is a pretty good value loop. Why is Stormchaser's talent good with This Town Ain't Big Enough? Because Stormchaser's talent, you can play it, make a 1/1, and then for 2 mana you can bounce something the opponent controls and bounce your Stormchaser's talent, and then replay your Stormchaser's talent to get another 1/1 with prowess. And if you have Beanstalk, you're going to draw a card. And then, notably, if you have 4 mana, you can go ahead and level this class up to level 2 and return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So you can return This Town Ain't Big Enough back to your hand. And that's how you can kind of loop this for a while, especially if you get a lot of mana to really mess with your opponent and make it impossible for them to stick any permanents on the board. Now, talking about Up the Beanstalk, draws as a card when we cast mana value, a spell with mana value 5 or greater, works well with the Overlord Impending, and we're just trying to ramp. 3 steps ahead, this synergizes really well with the Overlord, as well as the Ancient Cornucopia, which is a 3 mana rock that can gain us a bunch of life, because we can pay 3, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature we control. So we can copy, if we have a unimpended Overlord, we can copy one of those, get the land token when it enters, and then we'll have a token Overlord, which is nice. Or we can copy up the Cornucopia as a way to go off with that. Playing Aetherize here, hopefully we'll get to see it in action, but we're playing Simic, so we don't really have any hard removal here, so we're into some really creature-based decks. Aetherize should hopefully keep us alive if we can ramp up to it. And then we do have Invasion of Arcavios. This is a one-of, but with Doppelgang, we can kind of just loop. If we get enough mana, I think we can technically go infinite with Doppelgang and Invasion of Arcavios. And we can basically loop our Doppelgang each turn, because we can grab spells back from our graveyard. We have some cards in our sideboard, just extra copies of some of the stuff that's in the main board, and some fun things maybe to cast. And step between worlds because maybe we want to shuffle our library back in. That's pretty much the deck. How do you win with the deck? Well, you kind of outvalue your opponent. You can go Stormchaser's talent win. You can win with the Overlord. And you can also win by copying your Lush Oasis. I'm not joking when I say this. That is how I've won the past 2 games I've played with this deck. So let's go hop onto the rank ladder and see how we can do. Subscribe to not miss out on future videos. Alright, opponent goes first. I'm gonna say here, right at the beginning, I don't think this deck is particularly good, but I've been having a lot of fun just trying it out, and I've won 2 games of ranked with it so far, so maybe that's a sign. But of course, now we run into the mono red. Well, bounce spells are really good into mono red pump spells, but the opponent's not playing a pump spell deck. We might have a bit more issues at our hands here. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. We drew into the full 4 cornucopias. That's not particularly good. This would have been nice to have the Stormchaser's talent like last turn, but I think we have to hold up the Flood Maw. We will take our damage, I think. Though eventually the opponent might end up with more lands than we do. Yikes, that's mono red for the win moment. We could copy up a lot of our prowess creatures. I didn't even think about that with the common good, but we can copy up cornucopias if we make a copy of them with 3 steps ahead. Copy up the land tokens we make with the Overlord. I think people underrate this card to some degree. You also gain life for each token you control, which can be pretty nice, but I think we're just cooked. Alright, opponent's taking his time, so we're just gonna... Alright, can we run into an opposing Beanstalk deck? That's, I think, sort of what I was versing the first few... A Convoke? Okay, we need to find an Aetherize. Yeah, we played into an Atraxa deck, and then like a Sluznia Beanstalk deck. Charming Prince. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll Lush Oasis you, and then maybe we'll get the Cornucopia down. I think we're just gonna get absolutely blasted, but... Is even... I think even a... Placing a go wide deck is really probably one of the worst options here. We do have the Into the Flood Maw open, but they just go so wide that like a single target bounce spell is not very good. Opponent is giving up on casting things, I guess. I don't know. Leaves us with 3 mana. Here we'll gain. Gonna have to do more damage to us now, opponent. Oh, okay. 2 games in a row where we've drawn lots and lots of cornucopias. I think I'll probably bounce the token here just because I don't really want to accumulate poison counters, and I feel like I need to start doing something. We have, I think, 8 or more spells that will triple or trigger. What the heck? Invasion of Arcavios. What do we grab off of the Invasion of Arcavios? We might just be dead here. Pair of the Peaks is like a card that you kind of have to remove if you see it. But we could go for Doppelgang and see if we can deal with it. Could grab Aetherize if we survive a turn, but I'm gonna go Doppelgang. If we can copy up the Overlord or the Terror of the Peaks, we can kind of just take over the game that way. This has been a very weird game. Elishnorn, take 8. That's not enough. And can we... We can do this for 2? How much mana is that? 9? 2? Yeah, that's 8. Alright. Pair of the Peaks and you're... Wait, what? I can't count. Can I? But no, I cannot. Oh no. We can only do it for 1. We are so screwed. Yeah. We are 1 mana off. Oh no. Well. Wait, what? What is unpayable? Oh, can't target it because it costs 3 additional life. I didn't realize that. That's, whoops. Alright, well. In Aetherize, we hope. No, that's gonna kill us. You know what? We'll let it happen. In response, Aetherize. I guess we could have Doppelganged for 1 on our turn and then held up Aetherize. Would have gained like... It wouldn't have been enough life because the opponent's gonna have... opponent has enough. Okay, this hand looks pretty good. We just need to find that third land drop, but I think we'll be able to secure it with a Surveil and a Beanstalk draw. And hopefully the opponent's not too aggressive, but Chondra Sleeves and Mabel Avatar makes me concerned. I gotta ask, does it get boring? Does it get boring playing mono red? Like, I feel like I'd lose my mind. I feel like I would genuinely lose my mind playing mono red. We have Into the Flood Maw. We can start gaining life with the Cornucopia. Manifold Mouse is pretty annoying. We could bounce it and then they would have to recast it. We could also bounce the... We'll bounce it. There's probably an argument to holding on to it for a second, but this stops them from potentially finding a land drop. Play this. Bring them for one. I think I'm going to ramp. We're going to take the turn off. Let them do whatever they're going to do. Gain a bit of life. And next turn we can hold up Aetherize. And play Beanstalk and hold up Aetherize. And that should keep us alive. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Opponent missed their land drop, so we're very, very ahead in terms of mana. I'm surprised they didn't target the Heartfire hero. First lightning. Okay, so that's a little bit more concerning that we see that, because that means our Aetherize isn't foolproof. Gain a life. Take a turn to hold up Aetherize. And then next turn we can try and Doppelgang. And then hold up Aetherize again. We can Doppelgang the Cornucopia and a Lush Oasis, or we could just go for as much as we can. That was all the opponent's mana, so we're about to stiff them pretty hard here. Goodbye. Back to the hand they go. That felt good. Now, do I actually have enough mana to Doppelgang? We need 8 mana to Doppelgang for 2. Is that correct? Yes. And if we Doppelgang for 2, we'll only have 4 mana open, but that's not too bad. So we'll pay to Doppelgang the Cornucopia and the Everywhere land. And draw 2. And gain 2. Or gain 4. Could play out the Stormchaser's talents this turn if I wanted to, because then with Stormchaser's talent, we can take a turn off, I think, and we'll just do this and put down some blockers. And then with the Stormchaser's talent, we can get back the Doppelgang. And then we can Doppelgang the Stormchaser's talent and stuff. It's just so much value. So much value. Alright, this is what I built the deck for. Making mono red players very confused. The Aetherize, that was beautiful. Yeah, we don't really care if these die. We're just trying not to completely die here. Monstrous Rage, kind of expected, to be honest. You have the second one. Now just Burst Lightning to the face. Alright. Perfect. We're not dead yet. I don't think we can Doppelgang for too much if we get back the spell. So, how much mana do we have? That's 12, so we can get back Doppelgang, and then Doppelgang and hold up Aetherize. Wait. This is crazy, I love it. It's working. It's working. All right, 2. We can make some of these bad boys. Draw 2 more. Gain 6. We even have 3 steps ahead. Very nice. I'll play the burn land. And then we can Aetherize them again. This is too funny. This is too funny. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We can stop the life gain with that, but we can counter their life gain, or like their burn spell if they go for it. Wow, they don't go for the well, back to hand, and we gain 7. And it's a little annoying we have to click yes every time, but we might be able to win the game on our turn. Not bad, not bad. We can then grab back the Doppelgang. We will grab Doppelgang from our graveyard to rinse repeat. Alright, how much mana do we actually have here? So that's 14. That means we can do this for 4. Is that enough to... No, but... Alright, so we're going to do this for 4, I believe, is what we're allowed to do. So we'll get a Lush Oasis. And... yeah, we can only do 12 damage to them this turn. Maybe it's better to just make their life more miserable. Copy, copy. Copy. Copy? Something like that. Draw, gain, make a bunch of copies of Stormchaser's talent so we can rinse, repeat this next turn. There's no way. We're doing this to mono red. I don't think this is like a likely occurrence, but it's hilarious. Burn you for 4. You know what's happening next turn, opponent. You're dying. Dying to the Doppelgang burn. So I can grab it. How much mana do I have? I don't think I have enough mana. Yeah, I only have 8. So I can't grab it back and redo it. So we'll just chill for the turn. Actually, let's grab the Aetherize back. Just make it even harder for them. We have enough of these to go ahead and do it if we want. So might as well. There's no way. There is no way. We're just Simicking all over the place. Oh. Were we on the draw or on the play? We had to be on the play. That's gotta be what happened here. Oh, it's too funny. You're gonna have to recast that one, and I'm gonna gain how much life? Opponent, you are very, very dead. I'm just gonna let you know. We can get back the Doppelgang and then copy our Lush Oasis. How many times to just burn them out? That was beautiful. Alright, we'll play like 1 or 2 more games until we get around 30 minutes into the video. Opponent goes first. That's it's not a good thing. This is a bit of a risky keep again because we could get stuck on 2 lands, but we have the Surveil land, mono red. We'll play out the Surveil land. Into the Flood Maw is cool, but I think we need our land here. Yeah, we were on the play against that last mono red deck. This time they are on the play, meaning they get to go first. And that's probably gonna make this a little bit more difficult to do what we did to that last red player. The Aetherize. Oh my goodness, that was so satisfying. You want to know why I ended up making this deck? Partly because of like the prevalence of this town loops that I saw uh, it was this town plus Stormchaser's talent was becoming really popular, and I was like, okay, what if I did it with just like Simic? But then also I saw an opponent that we ran into, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was in a video where we were playing into a Simic ramp opponent with like Ancient Cornucopia, the Invasion, and Aetherize. And I was like, wait a minute, they could just loop Aetherize every single turn. And I was like, how am I ever going to attack in to kill them? And I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like such a fun deck to try and put together. So that's kind of how we ended up here. And I think we ended up dead. Wait, they just, yeah, we can't actually do, can't do enough. We're going to this town ain't big enough for you. And then scoop. Oh wait, we could have drawn a card off Beanstalk, but it would have, I don't think there's coming back. Alright. Can we assemble the Simic lock on our opponent here? Time to find out. Hand doesn't have any ramp, but we do have Aetherize and Into the Flood Maw, which is kind of nice. I haven't had many hands with the Stormchaser's talent in the opener, which is a little sad, but we're on the play, so that's also a strong place to be. No, no. Opponent whips out the duress. We're not going to have the counterspell for their Liliana, and we might just lose to Liliana. And we don't have, like, you can kind of fight through a Liliana to some degree if you have enough card draw, but you still have to worry about the ultimate. And we don't have enough card draw in our hand. We don't have the Beanstalk. So we could just have, well, they got rid of the Doppelgang, so now that I actually look at what they got rid of, we might be okay. Opponent's probably going to try and play around the counterspell, though. You can have Glissa. I don't care. I care if you play that one stinking Planeswalker that just owns me. Though a lot of Planeswalkers are pretty bad if you don't counter them and you don't have a lot of beaters to get rid of them. I will block. Talent, if we can find a this town ain't big enough, we can start looping to some degree. We can't really let Glissa connect is one problem that we have though, because if Glissa connects, what happens is they destroy our talent. Because they can either draw a card, destroy enchantment, or remove 3 counters from target permanent. Glissa is a pretty good card. Really, opponent? That's kind of rude. Do I waste the counterspell? Man, it feels so bad doing it. So we counterspell, then we have to also Into the Flood Maw. I think we have to let it go. That was a nice removal spell for the opponent. We will let you draw a card. This is actually pretty good into a lot of these Beanstalk decks, I feel like, just because it's really problematic if it ever connects. Alright, nothing from the opponent here. I don't think the opponent is going to remove this with their Glissa, but I could be wrong. Or they could also just terrace under it again. I do kind of want to ramp. Ooh. How kind of you, opponent. So that is a little concerning that they're playing Assassin's Trophy, because it means they might be up to some shenanigans. We played an Assassin's Trophy deck on this channel. It was Jun Chandra, I called it. And What we were trying to do was Assassin's Trophy one of the opponent's basics, and then get rid of all of their basics with a Deadly Cover-Up. Because you can exile a card from the opponent's yard and remove all of them. Alright, you got my Into the Flood Maw. We got to ramp 2 though, which is pretty huge. I've been holding it this entire time, opponent. You got me. Now they're going to play like Nissa or something, which is going to be worse. Nothing to bounce with this. Town ain't big enough isn't good either. Opponent might be on like a Golgari Walker deck. Pretty annoying, but we'll give it a turn. Okay. We've only found one 3 steps ahead. 0 beanstalks. Those are some of our big card draw effects here. I think we will Into the Flood Maw this, because I don't really want to die. We have our win con already. Our win con is assembled. Can we find anything to help us out here? Alright, well, we can bounce both their Shieldred and their Ballista next turn. Or we could just Aetherize everything if they go in with the cottage. Stalling it out, but we really need to hit something better in terms of top decks. If you attack in with the cottage, I will Aetherize. It will be very funny. Alright, we will Distalent both of these. Pick them up. You can put them back down if you want, but... Galissa again. Ooh, talent. Oh no, we got the talent lock. Did we? I don't really know, but it's pretty funny. Alright, we can cast one of these. This town ain't big enough to remove something, and then we can also bounce our talent, and then maybe we can go for like a Doppelgang or something. I don't know. I don't know where we're going, but we're gonna figure it out with this talent and see if we can just value our way to victory. Got the cut down. That is a little annoying because we're gonna take damage from this Galissa, but we've bought yet another turn. It's pretty crazy. And we fizzled another Terrace Under, which is pretty good. Level it up. Grab the This Town Ain't Big Enough back. We're gonna need to hit... We're gonna need to do some real work with this talent. This is so disgusting. I swear one of these cards, This Town Ain't Big Enough, or Stormchaser's Talent, or Hopeless Nightmare, one of them, there's something is going to happen to Standard as a result of it. We actually have 2, opponent. They get rid of the Aetherize. That's kind of wild. Okay. We're holding on. We are holding on. About to take another 3 here though, which is not great. Okay. The bounce spells will continue until morale improves, alright, opponent? I don't make the rules. It just happens to be how it goes sometimes. Can you stop trying to kill my talent? Duress. No! No! It's kind of annoying. Kinda have to let it resolve here. Was really hoping to Into the Flood Maw the bat. Opponent hasn't been drawing extra cards, so we have... Okay. That is a problem. We need our Aetherize back. About to take 5. No, my value. How could you? Okay, okay. We can start drawing cards, I guess. Shieldred's gonna be a problem. I don't know if we get out of this. This town is good, but it's... I don't know if it's... Stop Shieldred from murdering us good. Keep that this town ain't big enough back in our hand. Do we just bounce the bat this turn? And draw a card? I'm going for it. Alright, Cornucopia means we can start gaining life. We got our Aetherize back, but they could just rip this town because I'm an idiot and didn't think about this. Oops. They could take the talent. That also would be pretty solid. Invasion of Arcavios. Probably want to get that down, grab a Doppelgang. Okay. Opponent sees one of our outs here. We can chump block this cottage for right now. Is this deck the recipe for like one of the longest and most dirtily games ever? Probably. How could you? Is it... Are we just on the Aetherize plan? Though if they play Shieldred, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, how much mana do we have? 3 plus... We have 9. So this is 4 mana used up. 5 mana used up? That leaves us with 4 remaining. And we hold. We hold. They can't get rid of both of our this towns yet. Okay, we're gonna Aetherize anyways, so that removal spell is not a big problem. Shieldred is annoying. But we can discount it, actually. We will lose some life from that. Do we prefer to Aetherize the bat so we get Invasion? That actually might be best, because with Invasion we can... what is the right line of play here? It's basically, do we want to deal with... I think we need to hold Aetherize for the cottage, but Shieldred's going to be a problem. Opponent, I have to imagine, is holding up like enchantment removal or something. Okay, so with that, I think we can confidently go for like this. gain life, draw a card, lose 2 life. Back where we started. Draw. Drain. I think we play this. We gain. I think we have to hold on to the invasion for a turn and counter the bat. We need to get this town back into our hand, and we hold up Aetherize in this town. If we counter, do we have enough for Aetherize as well? Yes. But we can't do all 3. These are the spells. This will probably be the finale for this video. If we make it out. If we make it out. I think we only counter. That'll be fine. We get to gain some life, which is good. The Shieldred is going to be draining us. We have Aetherize to stop the Glissa, the Restless Cottage, and the Sheldred, if they go in with all of them. Sheldred. Not bad. Aetherize. Send them back. Pick them up. Oh my goodness, are we going to be able to do it against Golgari? Okay. Oh, Doppelgang off the top. Holy, okay. What does this do for us? It's only 10. We can only do this for 3. Alright, I don't know what is the right move here. I don't think they can kill us next turn. We put their land back into their hand, so I'm going to do this and gain some life, draw some cards, and make some copies. Oh my goodness. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. Land. I can grab back the Doppelgang before they get rid of it from the graveyard. And I can hold up. This town ain't big enough. So I think next turn we partying. Next turn, I think we can start doing some serious damage. The value trade, it's too strong. Let's go, man. This is crazy. Opponent shouldn't have attacked in with Shieldred. If they didn't attack in with Shieldred, this would be a bit more awkward, but I think we would still had a very similar impact on the game. What do you even do, opponent? How do you stop the value engine? There's got to be a way we go infinite from here, but I don't know it. Because we have like so much mana. I guess I should have bounced the Shieldred on their turn. Could do it now and I go down some mana. Could also make a copy of Shieldred. Alright. How much mana do we even have? We only have 1 Pain land, unfortunately. 9 is 18, so we can do this for maybe 6. Yeah, we can do 6. We can copy 6 permanents. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, whoa. Not what I meant to do. Painland. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a Stormchaser talent. Pretty good. think we might be able to go infinite from here just because we have so many. We'll find out. Yeah, we take a little bit of damage, but whatever. Opponent's about to take a bunch. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we just win. I think we just win. This is insane. Because we just level up one of these, we grab it back, and we do it again. We just do it again. Oh my god. This is insane. Yeah, that's 18. We can just do it for 6 again. Except for... let's just do a bunch of pain lands. Feel the pain! Simic burn! Take action, take action. Oh. Trying to furiously spam click. This has gotta be no, opponent, we get to well, that was a pretty nice game. GG. Well, that was insane. That exceeded those very silly games where you get to just slow down the opponent and then win the game because you're just pumping out mana, pumping out life, bouncing all their stuff nonstop. They are incredibly silly. So I hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, helps out the channel a ton. And consider checking out the video that we did yesterday. Yesterday we played Golgari Ramp, which was, we were trying to do stuff with Free Shredder Lookout. I don't think that, again, I don't think that list was a super competitive one, but it was another kind of, let's see what kind of fun thing we can do with the cards in Standard while we wait for Aether Drift. So anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Take care of yourself. Ciao.